Hi, boys. But you guys can't be heard. We need to get our logo fixed sooner or later, guys. I really like this song. Thanks, man. Give it like another 30 seconds, you know? I'm actually proud of us, like how, like, you know, we're not huge, but we're steadily getting a following, which is kind of cool. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 14 of Saturday with the Boys. Today, we have an amazing guest, Gekko Gaming. Welcome to the podcast. And before we start the Introductions, March 6th was your birthday? It was, right? March 5th. I got a number 3 balloon for you. Happy birthday, buddy. Happy birthday, man.
Downhill from here.
It's all downhill.
Oh, I missed his camera. It's gone now. Okay, here we go. It's all down here from him. Welcome, dude. Welcome. We're really glad to have you. Again, for those who don't know, it's a red line. We got Speedy right above me. And we got...
Can't hear Gekko. Can you hear Gekko?
Gekko, you do a little mic check?
I'm here.
Oh.
They can't hear me, according to them.
Chat, can you confirm you can hear Gekko now?
Oh, we can hear him.
Hello?
We can hear him.
Drop a like on the stream if you do.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. And also make sure to follow Gekko's channel in the description below. Follow our guy, fellow 401 content creator. But yeah, man, welcome. We're really glad to have you here, man. Like, how are you doing? How's everything going on with you?
It's been overwhelming, you know, like life, COVID, new channels, Rise of Kingdoms, games. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't remember the last time I had a moment to breathe, but that's not a bad thing, right?
No.
He's good.
I think it's great. I think it's great. Like,
I agree. I agree.
Not being idle, but you know, having so many things to do, and it's like a blessing and a curse, right? You're busy as hell. You have no time to relax, but at the same time, you're moving towards goal that you set for yourself. So, to me, that's all good shit. All good shit. But welcome.
Yep. A lot of people stuck in this world right now due to all sorts of circumstances. So I try not to, just take it day by day and be thankful for what we got.
Facts. But welcome. Let's get this going, Speedy. Let's go, man. Let's get this baby started.
Dude. Breadline, thank you for very much. I'm doing well. I know that you just asked, Speedy, how are you doing today?
No.
I'm doing great. I'm having a great Saturday. Woke up this morning. I did a nice little workout. Nice. But what I'm so excited about, guys, is I'm debuting my hats. My Doge hats.
Doge to the moon, baby.
Let's go, Gekko. I don't know if you guys are into cryptocurrency or not, but I bought this hat like a month and a half ago, and it came from somewhere far away. I don't know. I bought it off of a random site. I thought I got scammed, and it came this week. It was like a month and a half. I called UPS. I was calling everyone, and they're like, it's nowhere to be found. And it arrived. So I got two hats.
Instead of buying the hat, you could have probably got like maybe 1,000 more shares.
Listen.
A lot more than that.
They said that these hats were going to go to the proceeds of stuff. So I was contributing, but I got a hat instead of shares.
Nice.
Yeah. So still contributing to the meme cryptocurrency. But so I got two hats, pink one and I got a blue one back there. But
pink?
this is pink, bro.
Kanye style. I like that. Keep going.
So Dodge to the moon. Gekko, are you into cryptocurrency?
I am. I actually hold a little bit of Doge. I need Elon to step it up. I need Elon to step it up a little bit. I know the SEC probably got really mad at him for the tweets, but I'm gonna need him to tweet a little more because you know what I'm saying? Gotta go up. Gotta go up.
Yo, Elon got to tweet a little more, and Snoop Dogg, he's on it. You know, there's Snoop Dogg, Snoop Diggity Dog. He's on it too. So
listen. You bought a hat, you know what I'm saying? One day when Doge is like $1 a pop and you're going to be wearing a hat that cost you $20, you could have bought at the time 2 million Doge. You're going to be kicking yourself for that hat.
Dude, I have a lot more. You're right, but it's okay. I'll gladly accept that because that'll be worth it. If Doge can do a fucking $1, bro, I'll be happy. But I do a nice little chant. I want to start off. I go ahead and say, you guys ready for it? This is like when Dodge starts pumping.
Oh God.
Start doing a chant.
Oh God.
So I'll do it really quickly. I'll do it, just a quick 10 seconds, and then we'll carry on. Ready? And if you can do it with me if you want to. Dosh, 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 dosh. All right, I'll stop. Dosh to the moon, baby. Let's go.
A little quiet, then you worked your way up.
Yeah.
My hat is for St. Patrick's Day. By the way. So,
Drago, I have the same thought right now. What Speedy's doing, he's doing his Dodge chant. That's what's happening right now. Go ahead, Speedy. Man.
I am not a financial advisor, but I highly invest you guys to go into Dodge because Dodge to the motherfucking moon, right, Gekko?
I'm with you. I already put my money where my mouth is. So the question is,
I did too, and I bought some hats too. But carry on. Let's carry on to the podcast.
Go ahead, Speedy. Take it off, man.
How? Where do we go from here? I mean, this is like incredible. That was the best opening ever.
I feel like it's just Speedy laughing and chanting, and everybody and the chat is looking at like what is happening right now.
I feel like they're looking at my reactions, at my facial reactions, going like.
People don't realize with Speedy's, he's got this life savings in the Dodge. Okay, so
it's a retirement fund. Okay,
he's Wolf.
This 401k is all.
He's literally Wolf of Wall Streeting right now. That's what's happening.
Trying to get the chat to buy so it goes up.
Yeah.
All right, Speed, take it off on the first question, man.
First of all, Gekko, happy to have you on the podcast. I know this has been in the works for a couple of weeks now, so happy to finally have you on. But first question, I just kind of want to hop into your KVK experience as a whole. What did you like about this KVK? What didn't you like about it? And kind of get your thoughts about it.
This KVK was kind of a weird turnaround for me because one of the things that people don't know is that something shifted within the way I played the game and I approached the game, right? For a very long time, I was a very low spender. Even though I was a sponsored creator, I was putting my finances into places that are more to support my family and support the future rather than the in-game growth. Now, to an extent, that could have been also a mistake, right? You always want to put your money in the business first, we can call it that. But due to certain circumstances for a year now or so, more than that, I was fairly low spender. And a couple of months back, I decided that I'm going to ramp up my spending in order to bring in more content that is more war focused, that's more the end game that requires a good amount of spending. Curiously enough, at the same time, I lost my sponsorship, which worked out tremendously terribly. But when I walked into this KVK, I knew that what I wanted to do is just make a statement and do anything I can do to, to play the game as much as possible and not really care too much about how much I lose and is this sustainable and all that stuff, right? So it was like it's weird because for a very long time I had to limit myself for longevity to allow my spending to accommodate the needs of top alliances like JWM, for example. But this time I just went all out.
You did.
Yeah, you balled out, man. You definitely did.
And this was the KVK for you to really truly do that. I think, like, just to add on, like, to the question, like to true test, like, to really go all out, this KVK was the one to truly do it. I
agree.
It definitely gave you that opportunity to do that. And I keep saying to this day, like, I called Gekko on the team no sleep. Like, it happened during New Year's, guys, during like Christmas time. So, and I know Gekko mentioned his previous live streams. Like, so it was New Year's Eve. I'm sure you guys were out on New Year's Eve, right, or doing whatever you're doing. I was literally logged on and said, "Hey guys, I had to go celebrate." And Gekko was on with like a few people throughout the entire New Year. So like, if you want to talk about like content and like sticking it out through the holidays while we're all getting twisted, this guy right here was online. So kudos to that, man. Kudos to that.
I was not
I I
As
mean
much
every
as I
time
love
every time I went on Discord, Gekko, you were on. And I thought I was on a lot. And old soldier just said, imagine sleeping during KVK. I mean, you guys did it. You guys definitely did it. Have you caught up on your sleep yet, Gekko?
I think I have to an extent. I don't think I've fully filled my batteries, right? Like it was very intensive, and then life continued to be very intensive. So it was like a peak and then stay. I can tell you that it's a very felt situation to see that people were grinded down to the bones when it comes to this KVK. Like they needed a break. A lot of people need a break. And so, I mean, I have recovered, I guess, in the sense of I'm ready for the next one. But would I say that I sleep well, that I've fulfilled all my sleepless nights? Absolutely not.
Actually, I sorry, speaking real quick. So, I know in your past live streams, you've also mentioned people kept calling you Farmer Gekko and all these things. Like you actually address people saying that, yep, I'm a Farmer Gekko, I'm Farmer Gekko. After this KVK, have you seen a shift in like how people have addressed you in your live streams or talk about that? Like, have you seen a change in anything like that based on the last KVK?
As part of experience as a creator, you learn that if you pay attention to these things, you'll find yourself. Someone will find you one day hanging from the ceiling. The amount of negativity that comes out of people without care, without thought, because they can just bully you, they can just type and not care, not think that, look at this. We have 106 beautiful people watching the stream. Only 29 likes though. I don't know what's that all about, but they see a screen, right? And they don't realize that on the other side of this screen, there's a human just like them, right? And so you learn to just filter out the negativity. I can tell you I haven't been on the Facebook group in years because that place is straight toxic. I don't care. I don't care what people call me. I really don't.
Yeah.
A lot of folks, including, by the way, folks in your stream. I mean, Nugget was here saying that he was impressed by me. And I love to hear the positive feedback, right? But it's not that if he would have said he's still a farmer that it would have mattered to me, right? I learned a long time ago to just filter that out. Of course, it's hard. You still can't ignore the negativity, but I try not to care for it much.
Well, let me just say this, Gekko. If anyone calls you a farmer still, one, we like to always say, but they live under a fucking rock. They don't know what the fuck's going on in 401 and what you just did in 401. And two, they're not very smart. You had
to think about that one, didn't you? You're like, it's
I wanted to say something else. But
three, farm for me, Gekko, because I need it.
I mean, I can barely. The crazy thing is that I can barely farm for my own. I hate farming. I can't stand it. And people are like, Farmer Gekko, but I'm not even that. So what am I? I'm not a warrior. I'm not a farmer. What the heck am I?
No, bro. You went off this KVK. It was crazy.
Yeah, I was truly impressed. How
much 401 relied on you from a defensive aspect within your garrison, but just everything else. I mean, it was.
That's a crazy. that's actually a crazy story because it worked out. It was like the stars lined up kind of thing, right? When Squad managed to progress through Osiris League further than I don't know if they had anticipated, or the migration to 401 was scheduled during a certain time and then it got delayed due to Osiris League. And when that happened, that allowed me to unlock Zenobia in 59, and that was really a random coincidence that worked out really well. But I knew that when I came into 401, that Zenobia would have been an advantage. I did not know I would be one of maybe 3, if I'm not mistaken. One other expertise, which is Brawny, who came following me. I told Brawny I'm leaving the night before. I needed someone to fill my hospitals. He's like, yo, I'm coming too. I was like, okay. And there's another Zenobia. Like, I didn't know that, right? So it just worked out.
Yeah. What was, out of curiosity, and you don't have to share, I don't even know, what was your stats? Do you know?
Before KVK?
No, like, how many kills? Do you know how many kills you had that KVK and how many deads?
I have no clue. Deads, I had like 6 point something million. I think it was 6.8 million. And dead and kills, I know I passed the 34, 35. I don't know anything beyond that.
Yeah, it was insane. I didn't know. I was just curious. Well, and what was your... So about this KVK in, Heroic Anthem, what did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? What should they change moving forward?
I think Heroic Anthem is the best KVK out there by far. I think that the everything you want out of a KVK is there. The only thing that tainted Heroic Anthem is the crystal research, and it didn't taint it in the sense of crystal research is a bad thing. It's just it was ridiculously overpriced, and so it created huge gaps in stats of people. One of the reasons, and we know this quite well, one of the reasons we actually did as good as we did, and 401 won our KVK as far as I'm concerned, was the fact that the other side didn't have that high of a tech because it was just ridiculously overpriced. And so I would say that as soon as Lilith released the latest update, balancing that out a little bit, making sure that I don't even care about the number of the stats, but they need to make it less time. They need to make crystals more available. It needs to be, it added something fun to the game, something that was unique to the Heroic Anthem, but it was well overpriced. Same thing for the Bastions. All those quests. I mean, I used to train 300k T5s a day. Not a day, sorry. It's like it was 70k, so 300k power a day in T5s.
Right.
That's like ridiculous. Like I barely do that, period. And now I'm doing it every single day just to get those damn Bastions done.
It was crazy.
Dude, those were crazy.
Yeah, I spent a pretty penny, boys. Like it was not fun at all whatsoever. I was like, but I'm competitive, so I had to do it, right? To really, I didn't have to do it, but I did it. But I look back on it going, fuck, that was a lot for something that I will never get back. So I agree. It's probably the best KVK, but the tech was just way too overpriced. Way too overpriced.
What you're saying is you fell into peer pressure?
No, I just did it because I want to do it. But at the same time, but if it happened again, would I do it again? Probably, but I'd probably regret it.
You would.
Depending on who you fight against. All right, if it's gonna be a snooze fest, and I mean that's something you'll never know, right? The thing that sucks about the Heroic Anthem tech is that let's say you max tech or get close to max tech, and then the enemy doesn't fight, you're fucked. I think you're truly you're screwed. That's just my opinion.
Oh, you are. The only thing you get is the coins. Right?
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
So.
All right. Go ahead, Claudia. I know Claudia had something touch upon with Speedy. You had anything else to your topic?
Yes.
No, carry on. No, I'm good.
Mr. Gekko.
I can carry on. I can tell you guys this. For me, this KVK, I was actually in the first Heroic Anthem, right? I migrated all the way to K2 just to have that experience. And that literally happened there, what you just said. People maxed out tech and nobody showed up to fight, which was very, very sad. I bought some crystal bundles and ended up getting gold back out of those crystal bundles. Thank you, Lilith. I really appreciate that. I think that the map is great. I think that the layout is great. I think the event itself is well made. It's the first time I've seen a KVK actually well made. The lag is not that terrible because the map is big enough, which, hallelujah, 2 years later, Lilith finally figured that one out. The fact that zones open up in different times and you can go back to zone 5 like we did, right? We lost zone 6, but then we went into zone 5 and made that comeback. It allows the game to flow. It's not the cutthroat, you know, you got locked into zone 4 in the first 10 days, and now you have 60 days to go, you know.
Snooze fest.
Yep.
Friggin' snooze
Figure
fest.
it out.
No, yeah. To your point, I like the map. I enjoyed the map, and I've said this countless times. What really bothered me is just the tech, and that needs to change, in my opinion. And I don't need to go into it again, but the map, loved the map, and loved all that aspect of the fighting. Just the tech and how much you have to spend is just
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So Gekko.
Yes, sir.
Were you done? I'm sorry. Were you done?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So my question is for you, and I think what a lot of people want to know is when you obviously migrated to 401, right? You were close to a squad. When did you migrate again? Was it, I mean, what day right before? Or did you have a couple weeks right before KVK, or was it like right before? Because you obviously had Zenobia.
What do you mean? When I migrated with
You
with all
migrated
squad.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
with-
So you were the merge. Okay, so there was some time.
Yep.
What was the reason behind it? Was it heroic Anthem? Can you go in a little depth about that? Was it maybe just Redline only, and he's such a great guy, and that's why he did it?
The funny thing is, Redline is the reason it got leaked, right? That little prick. It didn't take 10 minutes since I messaged him, and he already put it on the stream. Like, yeah, like I was like, perfect. That's exactly what I need.
Redline can never keep his mouth shut. You know.
Excuse me?
He keeps his mouth shut, but then he puts it on the screen, so it doesn't help us that much.
It
right?
wasn't
But-
intentional. Let's be real here. Let's be real here, guys. Okay, it wasn't intentional. You know, I'm still learning the trade of the craft.
Trying to get that little drama going on, you know what I'm saying? See if Gekko gets 0'd in 59.
I honestly, I lit that. I went on a tangent right after that. I found out it was leaked. I was like, who the fuck posted this shit on? I think it was on Facebook or some shit like that. I was like, I asked my squad, who the fuck did this? No one fessed up or said anything, but it's someone took a snapshot and sent it out to everyone. Guess what? Gekko's coming. If it was you,
Yep.
you would have been 0 by now, but it's fine.
You couldn't
That was
zero me.
Zenobia, dude. We ain't touching him.
Oh, don't test me, baby. Don't test me. I'm a freaking goon. I will do whatever it takes to get the job done.
Oh, shit, bro.
All right,
the-
continue.
The thing about migrating was that let's go back a little bit because there's a little bit of history that you should know about. When I was in Kingdom 58 originally, that's where I started, and we fought JWM in KVK1, and it was in KVK1 that was kind of at the time where migrations were going on, and 93 was building up to be a crazy kingdom, but at that time everybody was still kind of pointing their eyes at JWM as the big dogs who is going to put up against them, and 58 had the task to do so. And from that moment, I realized that a lot of people want to know a little more about what goes on in JWM, perhaps. So after we just took the JWM train to the face and it completely wrecked us, I reached out to the leader of JWM, Blackfeather at the time, and I was like, "Listen, I want to come in. I want to show JWM from the inside." And he's like, "Yeah, cool. You're welcome to come in." There's a lot of stories about that we can go into, but I was in JWM for that. I wanted to show how the alliance works from inside for the community more than anything else, and it kind of backfired. It backfired in the sense that it seems that there is a combination of a little bit of, we can call it a little bit of jealousy, a little bit of hate, and a little bit of, I would say a little bit of very reasonable and proper reasons why people hate JWM, but it kind of turned a little bit of the community against me in that sense, right? And so for a while I stayed there because I truly loved the people that were there. But when leadership changed, I had to go. When leadership changed, I knew that my time had come. And Redline and I had always talked and been cool and whatnot. And so I was like, maybe I can come join Redline and squad and see what Wagwan. I didn't even think about 401. I was going to 341 as far as I was concerned.
Oh.
And next thing you know, I got hit up by, I think it was DS who told me this. He's like, listen, chill, or something's happening in 341. I'll keep you posted kind of thing. Or it was Redline or something like that. And then I found out we're coming to 401.
Sweet.
Did you know anything about 401 before you came?
I mean, I did in the sense that
That you guys lost 307.
had you guys done a little bit of Osiris League runs, and I had a little bit of criticized LIG's team a couple of times on matches and on things.
It was only Claudia you criticized, right?
Yeah, so it was like I knew 401, but I didn't know much beyond the Osiris League teams.
Got it. Yeah, it's always Cloudy's fault for Osiris League in League.
Dude,
Huh?
I'm elite Osiris League player.
Actually, before we keep going, I think we have a practice match going on with Speedy and Cloudy coming up, right? With squad. So like me and Gekko versus you guys. Actually, I think we should make a little wager here for this practice match.
Redline.
Yeah.
I said this a couple of podcasts ago, and I'll say it again.
I want to add to it though.
Whatever it is, bro.
Okay.
Oh, what time's our practice match?
You do remember that one of our buildings will have Zenobia, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Just let you know. But I just want to say right now.
Not that she's good in Osiris League.
Go against Zenobia every fucking Osiris League game, and we demolish Zenobia. We're fucking league,
Okay,
baby.
but I'm saying
She's easily killable in
if
Osiris
we
League.
win, if squad beats LIG in the practice match coming up, you have to do the ice bucket challenge. That's simple.
Fuck that. I told you, I'm
Just
not
do
doing
the ice bucket challenge. Okay,
bro.
fine. Fine. The ice bucket challenge, or you have to max Alex. Pick one. I think that's fair.
Those are two unrealistic challenges. First of all, are you gonna give me $3,000 to max Alex?
What?
$3,000. Jeez.
What do you mean?
I have 0 heads.
I'll give you support, and I will give you motivation, and I'll link you to one of Gekko's videos on maxing Alex. There we go. How about that?
How about we like wear something like
Red.
on our next podcast? Like we do something
Red,
like
you have a problem.
I
You
mean,
have a
know,
problem here, Red.
I'm just saying.
You said if squad wins.
I know we
The
will.
true
but I'm-
statement is when squad wins, then you got to do this.
chat. You guys decide what the thing is.
Hold on, what time? Hold on. What time are we doing this?
Yeah, Cloudy's not going to show up. Basically, that's what he's saying. He's going to be drunk half the time and he's going to show up.
First of all,
If it's Friday at 5 p.m., there's a good chance.
yeah,
There's
I've
a
told you-
99.4% chance that I.
Yes, I've told you we don't show up to practices league. We show up to Sunday at 15 UTC when our A team is there. We will demolish squad.
Wait,
So,
can someone answer the
First
question?
of all,
What time's our practice?
we got to figure out the practice time, and I got to see what roster league is bringing to that practice.
I mean, if you
There
have,
you
if
go.
you have concern about
I'm already
who's gonna
hearing
show up,
excuses. All I'm hearing is excuses
because
right
you
now.
guys in squad are
Listen, it's either you can't say.
practice. We don't. That's not how league operates.
I
We
mean,
have
Listen,
five-
you can't say,
Yeah,
"Oh,
fine.
I will show up in my A game
We're-
whenever in the perfect condition at the perfect time when we have the top tier proper thing. Then we will beat you." First of all, talk the talk. You got to walk the walk. And secondly, if you can't beat,
Bro, see,
you
now-
got to beat us with your worst.
See,
first.
Redline is making this challenge when it's a practice.
No.
Bring us to the fucking game on Sunday, and let's see what happens.
I'm ready.
Chat, I'm breaking up between the three of them. Chat, I'm instigating the fight here.
Redline and Gekko are making this challenge when they have Zenobia. They're bringing the big brother to the fight. Wait till we get
Hey,
Zenobia.
hey.
Bro,
You don't need Zenobia and Arc. Zenobia and Arc
Zenobia-
suck.
Then don't
Zenobia-
use them, Gekko. Then don't use them. If it's practice, you don't need them. Don't use
Dude,
them. Then
it doesn't
Done.
matter if they're fucking Zenobia or not. It
Done.
doesn't even
Done.
fucking
Done.
matter, bro.
Done.
It doesn't
Done.
even fucking
He will
matter.
not be.
All
I
give
will
a
not
fuck about
use.
is
I'm not using Zenobia in the practice match, and we'll still kick your butt. I am not using Zenobia in the practice match, and we're still kicking your butt.
Dude, that's
What's the bet? Redline, I'm in. I'll do the ice bucket challenge.
Hey, okay, fine. Ice bug challenge. And by the way, Speedy.
Yo, buddy! 60
Hey, buddy, thank you. But Speedy, I'm gonna let you know right now. When I see you in our practice match, and if my
Meet me in the fucking middle, motherfucker.
listen,
Meet me in the fucking middle.
listen,
Meet me in the fucking middle.
listen. Okay, listen, please. If my job is to hold the structure, and I see you marching with your marches, I'm gonna
Meet me in the fucking middle.
totally
Dude,
ignore
no.
the structure, and I'm gonna hit all your troops and storm your city.
Right when those gates open up, you go middle, I go middle, and let's fucking roll, baby. Let's rumble. Let's rumble.
Because Redline, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Like, as much as this is gonna be fun, like if I see your march and there's someone in front,
I'm just attacking
I'm
him.
just gonna target you, and I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna.
Bro, and
I'm
once
just
I get
gonna
you a
Chat,
fucking
and
frowning
this
bro,
is why we can't have nice things, chat.
just saying.
Go,
Just
go.
saying.
I'm gonna give you a frowny, bro, and I'm screenshotting it, and I'm posting it on this podcast, bro.
Okay.
Be like,
Okay.
watch,
Okay.
watch, and then I'm gonna take a screenshot of the fucking final score
Right,
too.
Let's make agreement now. You and I.
Right.
You and I.
Chat,
I'll
this
do
is
the-
why 401 can't have nice things. This
do the ice
exactly
bucket
it.
All right, the loser. So me and Cloud, the loser has to do the ice bug challenge. So you have to record it and we'll put it on the next podcast. A live recording of you doing the ice bucket challenge. You got to put a video of the ice in the bucket and do it. What are we gonna do? We're gonna bring do it live.
I'll do it live. But listen,
figure it out.
You got to realize it's 45 degrees in Chicago. In California, it's like 90. So that helps.
I didn't know people in Chicago were bitches, but it's fine. Okay, it's fine. Go ahead. Just say it.
Damn.
Just say it.
Bro, dude, you're the bro, Redline. I've seen you complain countless
Getting
times.
hot
You're like,
in here.
"Dude, it's 58 degrees out here. I'm fucking. It's so cold in fucking California. That's what you're like.
Chat,
When
how you guys doing?
it's 60 degrees in Chicago, bro, we have sunroofs open. Bro.
Oh.
We're enjoying it.
Oh, guys, I need some sleep. It's KBK, I know, but we need to sleep. LIG needs to sleep. Oh, same shit. All right?
We need to sleep, but we don't fucking sleep, bro.
So sleep. Okay. All right. Let's move on. That was fun. That was fun. All right. That was fun.
Let us know what challenge we should be doing. Let us know what Redline should be doing once we kick Squad's ass.
Redline agreed. I'll
right.
confirm.
All right, we'll go. All right, so let's get back to this, guys. We apologize for that little banter. This is what we do, like, offline, but I'm glad you guys got a preview of that. Cloudy, did you finish? I know you were in the middle of a question, man. I'm sorry, bud.
Question with the KVK, that was great. Thank you so much. We're happy. I know I am. And also from, obviously, I've seen your
Redline,
video,
meet me in the middle.
but also from I guess, personal friendship. Realize how crazy I actually was during KVK, and I've actually realized how crazy of a human being you are too, Gekko. So
Thank you. I appreciate that. When I came into 401, I expected just a fresh start kind of thing. And, Squad were very welcoming, although I did have a hiccup with Squad in the very, very first few days I was there. But yeah, it wasn't a good time. But I slowly and steadily got to meet 401, right? And do a 6-hour hold with TN and everybody speaking Arabic in their voice chat. And, I speak some Arabic. And we're just like, Yalla Habibi, come on, like, let's rally. And they're all like laughing. And it was such a good time. That KVK was, the whole time with 401 so far has been fantastic. The voice chats, the fights, we didn't win, quote unquote, in the sense of what in theory a win in a KVK is. But I definitely think we won that KVK by every other parameter that isn't holding the ziggurat, I guess. From team bonding to getting to know people to putting our name out there to letting people who want to step up, letting people who don't want to step up get the fuck out. It's. I think it was a W by any means.
Of course. And Redline was saying this a couple of podcasts ago as well. And he was like, yo, we won KVK because of all you just said, Gekko. And I'm like, no, we lost KVK because we didn't get, the ziggurat. So I see both sides. But it was a fun KVK to say the least.
Yeah, for however long you were awake for it, Speedy. But that's good to know. That's great.
The 2 hours that he played.
The 2 hours that he played.
Did something happen offline between you two?
I'm just saying. Just saying. The amount of time that.
Redline, meet me in the fucking middle.
I'll meet you in the middle. Don't worry. I'll meet you in the middle. All right. I actually want to bring up a question that I got a private message on, Gekko. Just if you want to answer this, if you could rank the content creators of Rock, top 5,
okay.
who would they be? And who would they be?
Top 5 content creators. Do we even have 5 content creators? No, I'm kidding. But all jokes aside, I'm not gonna rank creators. I think that a lot of people don't understand how hard it is to create content. You think that we just sit in front of a camera, talk, and move the mouse or play the game, and that's it. If you've never done it before, it seems simple. You 3 are doing a podcast and learning kind of the hard way how hard it's not as simple as people think it is. I think I have respect for any person who attempts to create content. I'm not gonna rank anyone good or bad because as long as you're putting in the effort, the time, the power, the energy into it, I'm all for it. And I won't be necessarily everybody's friend, and I won't be necessarily supportive of everybody, but I will not bring anyone down in any sense. So if I rank it and someone gets to stay out of the top 5, I'd feel like it would be disrespectful to them. So I'm probably not going to rank anyone, primarily because I wouldn't even fit in the top 5 if I were to really do this.
Neither would I. I'm like the lint in your pocket or the bottle cap that people don't really notice, and that's just there. So it's fine. It's fine. I probably would have been in that top 5 anyway. I was hoping that I might have been in that top 5. Just throw out credit for me.
Your mic just went poof.
Oh, did
You,
it?
you
mic
yelled and your mic just went
Absolute
gone.
shit.
I thought it'd be me. Oh,
You're still talking, bro, and you're on
He's still
mute.
typing.
how about?
What'd
Wait,
you do?
there we go. My bad. My bad.
He
But
did that during KVK too, you know.
No,
During
that's it
KVK,
about
we're
that.
like, Redline, where are you? And he's speaking and speaking and speaking, and we're like,
Yo, you
"Where
see
the
how
hell is
quiet
this
Redline
dude?"
got right there? That's what he's gonna be like after we kick their ass.
excuse me.
6 hours later, he's like, "Oh, I've been muted this whole time."
Oh, wait. The person but last follow-up question. You don't have to answer it. Which content creator don't you like?
Oh, he's not answering.
Which
He's not gonna
content
answer
creator I don't like? I'm not gonna answer that. I can tell there's a couple that I don't like, and it's not that I don't like them because of. The reason I don't like them is because they don't see things the way a lot of creators do, which is, you know, creators should be supportive of each other unless you're creating mutually beneficial drama, I guess. If you're creating mutually beneficial drama, it sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. But any creator who steps on another creator for their own gain, in a public sense at least, making a video, making any of that sort, that's a big no-no in my book. And I have strong opinions about some creators that, you know, and stories from inside that would blow people's minds away, but you don't see me spilling the tea because they're still creators and still got to respect the group, you know?
Mm-hmm. 100%.
Just
Well
fishing.
said.
Just fishing for that. You know, just
Cool.
they're fishing.
What about Bell mentioned? What about do you think making the move to 401 was a good move for you? I would hope the answer is yes. Gekko?
Absolutely.
If it's not,
Absolutely.
please say yes. Cool.
You have to say
Absolutely.
Cool. All right. Well, let's one more question, and then we can hop into questions from chat. And I think this is a question I wanted to ask you, Gekko, because it's happening, and I think we've all experienced it as well. I want you. Thank you for the dono. But the future of rock. What is your opinion on the future of rock? Because as we all know, and we all have friends who we played with for 2 years now. They're quitting, and I feel like they're quitting weekly. That they've never quit before, and they're just done with the game. So, what, in your opinion, do you think rock needs to do to improve this game? And I know Cloudy, Redline, and we were talking about even some different game modes, and we can dive into that, like just different ways of fighting to pique people's interest, like doing like a weekend event where you just fight and, you know, you just go into like Kingsland and you build out and you do whatever it is, right? What do you think rock should be doing? And you're smiling. I see you're smiling. What do you think rock should be doing?
I'm smiling because this is a hot topic right now, right?
Yeah.
And so, can you want me to go into like into proper detail, or you want something like an overview, an answer for the question? Because I can go into quite a lot of depth. It depends on how far you want to go.
I want depth.
Okay, so let's start with the fact that by day, I'm a software engineer. I'm a senior software engineer at a multi-billion-dollar company. If you're, for example, an AT&T user or a T-Mobile user, or really any other phone carrier almost out there in the world, you work with, you don't know, but I can take your bill out and add another zero to it if I really wanted to.
Oh
But
shit!
or take a zero off if you're really nice to me. But anyway, I understand the life cycle behind what Lego is, which is the development company that does Rise of Kingdoms. I come from the software background, so and with that said, a lot of my opinions come from straight that. Let's talk about Rise of Kingdoms as a game, right? It's a pay-to-win game, which at some point hits a repetitive stride. There is no way to get out of it, because at the end of the day, these kinds of games just at some point stale out to be the end game, which is pretty much the same thing again and again and again. And that's why the best communities, the best games that last the longest, are the ones that build the best communities rather than the best game, because people keep playing the game for the community, not for the game itself.
Mm-hmm.
If you've been playing Rise of Kingdoms for 2 years, there is absolutely nothing Lilith can do to reinvigorate your will to play this game. Because unless they change the game entirely, there's nothing that you haven't seen already that will give you that excitement. But what will give you the excitement is what gave me the excitement, is to change the environment you're in and get into an environment that excites you. Nothing's changed in the game when I came to 401. Absolutely nothing. What changed was my environment and the people around me. But if we talk about what the game can do, I think that for players who've been playing this game for 2 years now, it's a matter of choosing whether they're enjoying themselves or not anymore by what they have and what they can get to with what exists, and not looking forward as to what comes next. Because I don't think there's anything Lilith can do to really innovate in this game more than they already have. The open field map, the open movement map system thing they have is revolutionary. It's unbelievable. It is way beyond any other game of its type, and nobody gives it credit. People take it for granted. Go play Infinite Galaxy, go play Lords Mobile, where it's like, well, Infinite Galaxy you can still move around, but still, like, all these games are now imitating Rise of Kingdoms with the map, the way the map works. There is so much this game has done, but for after 2 years, I don't think the game itself can do anything to make us want to stay. But what Lilith can do is change their attitude. And the reason, and the word attitude might be a little bit harsh, right? But what I mean by that is, for a very long time, Lilith had this baby, which we all thought, oh, this is so cute. Let me just make sure it keeps growing nice by putting more money into its saving account. You know, like, that's what we've been doing. We've been raising Lilith's baby for 2 years now. But now this baby is not a baby anymore, and it's not that cute anymore. So now Lilith needs to figure out how they manage to maintain the community's will to continue to support them in the journey of Rise of Kingdoms. And that can only happen with a change in the way they approach the community. And I can tell you that the one thing that Lilith have been always bad about from day one is community relationship, community management, and communications. And that's primarily because they are a Chinese company working in-house. In majority of these places, the community managers, the content creators, coordinators, all these people are outsourced that can speak the languages, multiple languages, or can outsource it to other companies. And in here, Lilith do pretty much most of it in-house. So if there's one thing they can do for the game to, quote unquote, continue to live, is to change their attitude towards the community that's been here for 2 years now. What most people like you and me don't, well, like you and me who play this game at this long don't realize is that every single day a new kingdom opens up, right? Every single day there's new Rise of Kingdoms players who have not experienced the 2 years we have, and they more than likely will experience the 2 years we have. Because remember when we started, there was not all this information. I expertised Edward. I put sculptures into Charles Martel. Like, who the hell would do that nowadays, right? You know not to do it. So the newer generation of players are actually enjoying Rise of Kingdoms in a more, in a better fashion than we ever did. And that's the one thing we will never get, is the fact that there's new generations of Rise of Kingdoms coming in every single day, and none of us matter to them, because for every one of us who leaves, there is 10 of theirs that come in.
True. I'm just thinking, and I totally understand your point. I mean, we all know the beginning of, playing this game when Zone won the early wars. Those were fucking epic. You having T3 and thinking you're a big show, right? Like, yep. Those were fucking great times. And that is not, those people aren't going away, right? There's a lot more attrition coming into this game than people leaving, right? I totally get that. But like, the reason why people play to this day, that play for 2 years, is because of the people. You are correct, but also the fighting. I think we all can agree, right? Like, or most, I shouldn't say all, but most are the people, and they
I
enjoy.
Farm, so I'm a farmer, so I'm not here for the fights.
Stop that. You don't. But it's for the fighting as well, and fighting with people. So, like, why can't they come up with a game mode or something where we love the fighting aspect? We love that, but we don't want to make a new account and spend more money just to get to where we are right now. Like, we don't want to do that either. So why we built this account up? Why can't we find a middle ground where you can have a KV, or not even a KVK, a fighting mode where you fight, and then when you're done with the fighting, it's like Osiris League where you get your troops back. And you can go ahead and do some type of modes with, five. I don't know the number. I mean, you can do it with a whole alliance, or you can do it with just, a 10 room multiplayer, whatever it is. I'm just trying to come up with ideas of something where, hey, right now, like for us, we have to wait until Sunday until ARC. That's when we fight. Mm-hmm. Or we have to wait until KVK until we fight. During this week, what are we doing? We're farming and not really doing anything. If we really enjoy this game, we really enjoy fighting, we should be like, if we can get, we should be playing fighting on a weekday, or like doing a game mode on a weekday that's not PvE, doing some sort of PvP. They should implement something like that where we can still enjoy ourselves. And, at the end of the day, hey, we do our fighting, we get our troops back. It's not like we lose our troops, but I'm just thinking out loud. Do you agree with me?
No, we got you.
I agree. I think that your thinking is correct. The only thing the thing about Rise of Kingdoms that's so special, and it's also why it's so cursed, is the fact that they've created a game that is time-based, right? They're a Rise of Civilizations, which, by the way, I can tell you guys the story as to why they're Rise of Kingdoms nowadays if you want. I think that I can tell that story now.
Well, it's because of the video game, right?
Breaking news.
They got sued. Yeah, they got sued. They're required to change the civilization's name. Yep. But the thing about it is, right, the game is a time-based game, so there is continually like quests that you do at the beginning of the kingdom, and then you get in, and then you evolve with time in the game. So they decided to make KVK under the same premise, a 40-day event where you are doing chapters of history or whatever the heck not. I've said it from day one, like I have no clue why we can't have a KVK that is a weekend long. Get in there, flags, unlimited flags, balls to the wall, fight it out, duke it out every 3 weeks. 3 weeks is enough to heal, to gather, to go again, and just continually go over and over and over. We don't need, nobody cares about the passes opening. Like, I don't need to open the pass again and again and again. Like, I think that Lilith made this concept, which is awesome, but they kept with it too much. You know what I mean? They didn't want to be like the other games of this instance. I can tell you a game named Lords Mobile is like that. KVK is every 3 weeks on the weekend. You want to either shield or else you'll get zeroed, or you want to get ready to port into another kingdom, go destroy stuff, come back in, lose half of your troops. You have 3 weeks to make them back up and go again. All right.
Right. No, yeah, totally agree with that. And I mean, if we can move to different kingdoms, that'll be fantastic. But I know they will never allow that without spending a shit ton of money and everything else. But like, I know they do time based, which I totally agree with. And I'm trying to when you're in KVK, okay, maybe this game mode doesn't exist, right? You can't do this game mode when you're in KVK for your 40 days. But when you're outside of KVK, there should be a 5v5 leaderboard system. I see people in chat saying 5v5 PvP style battleground where, if you win against your other 5, like you get some equipment or some chests or whatever it is, just something where we can still fight and, enjoy the game and get some minimal reward. It's like I said, it's all about fighting for me and enjoying it with friends. And then just doing that, not losing your troops. And then every 40 days or whatever, or whenever KVK comes around, then we lose our troops and we have to build it back up again or whatever it is. Just something where it can void this, do something during this time. Because,
or at least a Cyrus League once a week.
Or Cyrus League once a week. But even that, like, what do you do during the weekdays? What, you just do PvE? Like, are you guys really hitting barbs during the weekdays?
Yeah, I mean, for a start.
Just to address something someone said here in the chat, Lieutenant Hughes says 3 weeks is not enough to heal for most, so I disagree with that. You're coming out of the perception that everything stays the same, right? If everything stays the same, of course we don't want KVK every 3 weeks. Healing is ridiculously hard and building is ridiculously hard. But the game has to evolve in a way that it allows it to be sustainable to some shape or form, right? If you could get 80% of your dead troops back, or all your dead troops back, anything that died you get back, but anything that's in your hospital stays in your hospital and you got to heal, I feel like that would be something that people would essentially fill their hospitals in the first half an hour and then go balls to the wall until they run out of troops, and then heal their hospital in the next 3 weeks and go again. I mean, there's plenty of ways to implement these modes. one of the things that is interesting that you guys brought up is what to do during the weekday. And a lot of folks think that JWM are scared of fights. And the number one thing that most of the community built in their heads as an explanation why a big alliance does what they do without even asking them, right? Because let's face it, 90% of the community just decides they know what other alliances do without even knowing what goes on in those alliances. Boss said it from like KVK season 3. When we finished KVK 3, he's like, listen, and Osiris League came out. I was like, listen, why would we spend everything we have to go bonkers for 20 minutes in KVK or for 24 hours in KVK and now 3 months sit here and do nothing when we can focus on Osiris League, and that's every single week. And so he would say it, he would preach it all the time, be like, keep your T5s. We're going to have much more fun doing Osiris League every week than we're going to have fighting for 20 minutes in KVK, and that's it. So, you know, it's
Yeah.
people are like, they're looking for easy KVKs. They're not looking for easy. Yeah, they're looking for easy KVKs because they're not looking to lose everything they have and stay stuck outside of Osiris League. What for us, our KVK was completely different. I think this is the first time we've seen KVKs that lasted more. Very rarely a KVK lasts more than a day worth of like proper fighting in the later stages, right? The first KVK you had 2 days worth of fighting when Zone 5 opened, when Zone 6 opened, and by that time Zone 7 opened, everybody is locked into their homes, and that's that. JWM from the beginning said exactly what you're saying. We're bored as all hell most of the time. Why on earth would we lose all of our troops for a 24-hour high when we can continually maintain having fun and practicing and getting better every single week for Osiris League?
Yeah. And King Claw said in chat, why can't Lilith give us a game mode where we can fight at no resource and no speed up cost during the week? That's because that's what we said. He said looks at arc practice. Arc practice isn't the answer during the week.
King Claw, I have an answer for you.
Oh, go ahead.
I have an answer for you. Where's the money? It's a business. Don't forget this is a business, right? At the end of the day, everybody wants the best for the game because they want to have fun. But you got to remember that nobody's going to make it fun if you don't pay. So why can't Lilith give us a game mode where you can't use this, you can't do that? Looks at arc practice. Arc practice is really nice, but arc practice is not practical because it's only within the one alliance. If arc practice was something you can do with anyone, every single alliance would be doing arc practice every single day. If you could challenge any alliance in the game for arc practice, I can promise to you 90% of the top 200 kingdoms would be doing arc practice every single day just for the heck of it with other alliances in other kingdoms.
King Claw, we're saying like a 5v5, bro. Like you can get 4 other people with yourself and go into a game mode and fight. That's what I'm saying. Like with an arc practice, you need 30 people. That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about a small game mode where you can go ahead and have yourself, and if everyone has like their close niche friends, I can't even speak. Then you just go ahead and fight, whether you do PvV events, where you do Soroli or something like that. Why can't you do like a 5v5 and go play a different kingdom or a different team 5v5 and just fight and get some rewards or something like that? That's what I'm saying. Arc practice is not the answer. Arc practice is not fun. And even with someone in league, we can't even get 15, 20 people of our A squad to do an arc practice together.
So what I really want though is I want Lilith to make a map where I can port in with squad and port in with league and just fuck you up, Speedy. That's what I want. You know, just for a weekend. You know, just flag on flag and go crazy. Just saying.
Bro, me
ESS says, but Call of Duty or League of Legends get enough money. Well, Call of Duty and League of Legends are a completely different game. They're not microtransaction-based games. You're paying $60 to get Call of Duty, if you don't remember, and League of Legends. If you only knew how crazy League of Legends is behind the scenes and how they make their money, you'd be blown away by what the CDL and all of them do. It's a $25 million buy-in to get into the league if you want to be a professional player. I mean, a professional team. I mean, let's not compare oranges to space rockets, right? It's a completely different realm.
This is a mobile game. We should be talking about like fucking Boom Beach or Clash of Clans.
And even then, like Boom Beach, there's Call of Duty Mobile. There's both Call of Duty Mobile and League of Legends Mobile nowadays. But even those games, they're not microtransaction based. This is a very different scenario. So it's not as easy to.
What was that 5v5 boat game, Cloudy?
Huh?
The boats game where you had like the shooter, you had the speed boats, 5v5.
Oh man, I was a beast at that game.
What was that game, dude? That's like big time now. They use professionals.
Shut up.
Yeah, bro, it's big time, bro. They have
I
a
could have
whole
retired.
they have a whole scene, bro.
Tank, dude. That was the big
Warzone is extremely microtransaction based. You're not gonna get an advantage from microtransaction in Warzone. Let's put it this way: you're gonna get customization, and you're gonna get like nice pictures and
Bay?
nice stuff in
Battle Bay?
Warzone. What?
Have you ever played Battle Bay?
Nope.
Oh, it's like a
I've
5v5.
played. I haven't played Warzone either, by the way. I watch some Warzone occasionally, but I haven't had the opportunity to play it yet. So, I mean, it could be microtransactions as much, but not as much. Like the premise of it isn't that, right? And someone also asked, who would I like? Which kingdom would I like to face in KVK? So, Morning Woody, I'm gonna pin your question to the side for a sec. We'll finish this convo, and then I'll make sure to answer your question too. Listen, at the end of the day, what Lilith need to do is to decide what they want for the future of Lilith, right? For now, they have a well-oiled machine that is bringing in the bacon consistently. And in companies like this, at some point you have to say, this is our product, this is making money, now it's time to work on something new. And Lilith do this, right? They have Warpath out, they have their AFK Arena game that's out, they're working on more games. It's the unfortunate truth is that Lilith found the baby is already walking, right? There is no need for any more of Lilith to assist it per se. And they're looking at making new babies, right? And I don't know this. If as a software engineer, I would say that that's the correct approach. It's like, we have something that works. Our community is still growing. We're doing things right. We're making money monthly. So, and I'm part of this community too, right? So the crybabies in our community, including myself, who are crying, can keep crying, but they're still spending money. So it doesn't really matter to them.
Yeah.
Drago says, don't do it. Don't make more babies. Said the man who just made one, right?
That's number 4, right? Number 4 or 5. I think that's Dragon's 4th.
That's what you said.
Do what I do,
Fine.
not what do what I say, not what I do, right?
To your point, Gekko, like, and I'm reverting back to Clash of Clans. I forgot that software company, but they made Clash of Clans, and then they went ahead and made Clash Royale.
Yep. That is, what's their face? No, not
number
Tencent. Tencent
5.
is...
It escapes me.
Yeah, as soon as you said that, oh my
But
god, now I'm
the
gonna...
Clash of Clans was huge, and then they kept on progressing. Supercell, yes. Thank
Supercell,
you.
correct.
Thanks.
Supercell is, by the way,
Thanks,
one of
Woody.
the biggest mobile developers out there. Like, Supercell, if you're a Supercell creator, holy, Supercell is probably one of the nicest companies to have a relationship with, because they truly understand the concept of marketing with creators. So,
Oh man.
I
Now-
mean,
and
all
now-
I could pray for is one day to be a Supercell guy. Phew.
Well, no, I mean, they're
Amen.
geniuses, bro, because, I mean, Clash of Clans is doing really well, and they're progressing, and now Clash Royale is doing really well, and they have a whole esports scene
Brawl
as well.
Brawl Stars is just crazy. Brawl Stars, they have Brawl Stars. They have I think a monthly or something like that podcast where they talk about the future of Brawl Stars, and they pull 1 million live viewers, no problem, every single time. It's like
They're
called
booming
Brawl
too.
Talks.
Yeah.
We're almost there. We're almost there, guys. 0.1%. 0.1%.
Same here. I'm making my way there too, slowly and steadily.
Let's go back to that question from Woody, though. Who do you want to face
Yeah.
in Europe, for you specifically, on the next KVK? Who do you want? Who does Gekko want?
So I would probably say that it would be interesting to go up against 254. I think that in primarily because they're friends, right? I consider 254 friends. I have a lot of respect for Bunny and for the crew out there, and he knows this. I've talked to him multiple times about this. I think that would be cool to. I like KVKs in which our opponent is a friend, right? Because we
Love
meet
it.
on the field, we pound it, we go crazy, and then when all the troops are in the hospital, we go meet at the bar for a beer. You know, like
Oh,
that's the kind of KVK I'm looking for. I am so sick and tired of the dick measuring Lost Kingdom chats where everybody, like, I don't go on Lost Kingdom chat anymore because it's just like all the trash talk and all the like let me tickle my balls a little bit more with the like, come on, like I'm looking to fight a friend. I'm looking to fight a friend who can either fuck me up or I fuck them up or both. And at the end we say, well done, let's go grab a beer and continue with our lives, right? Like nothing's negative out of it, right?
I love that. I love that you say 254 because like that's what and I'm selfishly saying this, but like that's what I need to continue to fight this, like to continue to move in this game. Like I loved fighting 307. Mad Phantom, what's up, Mad Phantom? I see you in chat. What's up, buddy? And 254 fighting Bunny and Nugget and those guys would be great because it's to talk shit to them. Let's be honest. I would talk a lot of shit to them. They'll talk a lot of shit to us, and then we'll fight it out.
Banter. It's banter. It's not talking shit. It's banter. It's different. When people talk shit, it's one thing. But when they're bantering with others, like you guys have doing or did just now to each other, that's the fun part, right? I'm all for banter. I can't stand this shit talk. People just like, congratulations, dude. Like, you're a mobile game legend. Like, you in a microtransactions game, you have a big dick. Like, damn, dog, I want to be like you one day.
Right, but then at the end of the day, you chop it up, and you're still good friends, and you move on, right? But that's just the fun. So
I gotta say this though, people are misconstruing what I said. Gekko just said 254 better than 307. That's not what I said at all. I don't want to go up against 307 because in 30, I actually know 307 for much longer, and Matt and I consider Matt a good friend. I consider a lot of people in 307 good friends, and they're too good of friends to go fight with, because I know them and they know me long enough to know that this would be fun. But at the same time, it's like you want to fight friends, but you also don't want to fight close friends. You know what I mean? Because there will be some tears in the friendship that happen throughout the fight, and those tears will later on be fixed or not. It depends on how bad they are. But when it's a close friend, those tears are much deeper. You know what I mean? So when the 254 example, I consider them friends of mine as well, and I consider Bunny a crazy individual. But if Bunny comes and zeros me, I wouldn't necessarily take it to heart as much as if Mad came to zero me. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense.
Launched a rally on me, then sent me a Discord message saying, "Speedy, I'm launching a rally. Get back on your fucking territory." Facts.
See what I'm saying?
Like if we face 254 though, like I would seriously like walk into the middle of the battlefield. I'll give a hug to Bunny. I'll give a hug to Nugget. I'm gonna whisper in Nugget's ear, "I'm gonna fuck you up. Good luck," and then we'll depart and we'll still be friends. I think that's how it's gonna be.
I have a slight feeling that you're gonna walk up and you're gonna try to get close enough to Bunny's ear, and he might rip your nose off.
That's why I said Nugget first. Just kept it clean. Kept it real. I'm gonna whisper in Nugget's ear, say, "Hey, I'm gonna fuck you up," and then, "Hey, buddy."
Nugget is chicken nugget, right?
Yeah,
Listen, chicken beaks are very, very sharp, my man. I don't know what's worse, chicken beak or a bunny bite. That's a good question.
Someone just said Mad will zero Speedy for trash talking about 307. Oh, let me just say this: 307 beat us in the past without squad. If we one-on-one 307 versus 401, we would fuck them up. We would.
Here we go again.
And Mad knows this. He knows.
Let's go, Mad. Let's go. I'll give you a hug first. We'll give you hugs first, and then we'll go.
I'm staying. I'm just gonna say I'm staying out of that conversation because I don't necessarily agree with that. But I think that it would be much closer than you think.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I think it would be much closer than you think.
It's fine.
Redline. Let's go get him. Go get him.
Who do you want me to get?
307.
We have Drago in the chat. That's a good start, right?
I'll motivate you guys. I'll be in the back. Let's go, guys. I got you.
See what I'm saying? Speedy talks the trash and then goes to sleep while we clean the trash.
Hey! I'm telling you.
Shots fired. Boom, 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 boom.
I'm telling you, again, our last KBK was great. I'm sure Speedy got a lot of good sleep. Cloudy got some good sleep, Just saying, man. I'm gonna see how next KPK goes, and I'll determine.
I will say, New Year's I was twisted, bro. I was not playing rock.
All right, let's we're coming to the end of the podcast. Any last minute questions from the chat for Gekko? Again, thanks for being an amazing guest, brother.
No worries.
It was fun for sure. But yeah, any last minute questions, guys, for Gekko before we conclude this episode of the podcast?
Yo, Matt just said 4-1 before my Q before Russ, bro. Matt, I hate you. I hate you.
What did he say?
I'm not very good at Rust, so he's saying that 4-1 perform like I perform in Rust.
Moving for like trash.
Oh my god.
I hate you.
Someone said, hit us with some breaking news. Uh-oh.
Ooh, Gekko, what kind of
There you
breaking
go.
news, bro?
Hit us
Me,
up,
breaking news.
What do you got?
All I can, the only thing I will say is this: there is a reason why the update was delayed, and it's not what everybody thinks. It's a very unfortunate, but finally good reason why the update was delayed. It's about damn time why it happened, but I'm really not going to go into the details. But just so you know, this update that's coming in and the next one as well, as you've been hearing from people like Baba in the community and stuff like that, are definitely going to be updates that we've all wanted to see. And
Nice.
and that, you know, this whole movement, it doesn't matter if it was Baba or it was DS or it was Bunny or it was the community. It doesn't matter who leads it at the end of the day. What matters is that the conversation was sparked. I think that it's the first time that, and I'm a skeptic, right? I'm the guy who will come up and tell you, you all can rage and on the keyboard as much as you want. Nobody cares. Like, Lilith doesn't care. There was the content creator scandal. People refunded. They lost a little bit of money and then they made it right back up. There was the healing scandal. Nothing happened with it. There were plenty of scandals. I think this was the first time that it finally actually hit a spot. It doesn't mean that you should continue doing it, but it definitely means that something was done right this time. And it wasn't flooding Lilith, because flooding them is actually making it worse. But it was just like that finally, for the first time in a long while, the community sentiment was very united across all fronts. And it wasn't just like some specific groups or some types of players or some types of whatever complaining. It was very unified across the community. So that's a good thing. I think that the results we're going to be seeing in the updates coming up.
Perfect. In all seriousness, 307, I love you guys. And Drago's talking about my Alex. I'm taking that to heart. That's mean.
Listen. The fact that you don't have Alex expertise, I don't even know why you're running. I don't even know why you're running a podcast. Like, what kind of? How is the community even embracing this? I feel like the community should be completely.
Yo, listen. I'm about the Max Ramsey stuff.
Oh my God, we're done with this topic.
And I got my and I got my horn procced, and it's on Archer.
Oh my God.
Nugget.
Okay,
after the update, all free to play still worthless. Oh my goodness gracious.
Thanks, man. Thanks for everything. Thumby, donations, Nugget, Gucci. I know
A Bunny too, for sure. Gucci, everyone, thank you guys so much for that support. We appreciate it.
We did see him. We just wanted to obviously have Gekko talk. We want to cut him off, but we want to thank you guys for those. Really do appreciate it. Speedy, you want to close us off like you?
Yeah, of course. I will for sure close it off. Gekko, thank you. Guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Comment below anything you want, suggestions, but don't suggest me maxing out.
And also, for sure. B, Redline, we have that bet, right, buddy?
Yeah, we have that bet. That once we clock you, you're gonna do Ice Bucket Challenge.
And no Zenobia in the practice match. We'll still kick your ass.
We got that, Speedy.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna fuck them up, bro. It's not even a fucking challenge. Bro. Anyways, guys, Gekko's streaming after this, so tune in to Gekko. And I have a great idea to segue out of this. Ready, guys? We all chant Dodge together.
No.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Dodge.
Dodge. You know, Speedy, the one thing that needs to be said before the stream goes out, though, you know, there is 146 people watching the stream and still only 69 likes is actually a good number to close.
Hey!
But I feel like you can easily hit that 3-figure real quick. So chat, you guys know what to do, right? Come on, that like button. Know what I'm saying? It helps the channel. It lets YouTube know that the podcast is popping like it is. If you guys are actually enjoying content, you should like it and you should also dislike it, because engagement is a lot. Quickest drop in viewers in the podcast history. I do agree with that, but it's got nothing to do with me. It's all about the Doge. But listen, y'all can go away, but when Doge hits $1 and we're all rich as all hell, yeah, either that or we go down the ground with it. But that's fine. Yeah. That happened with GameStop too.
Love you too, man. Love everyone.
Appreciate you guys. You guys have a great day. Make sure to check in the Gekko. He's streaming right after this. His link's in the description below. We'll see you guys very soon on the next one. You guys have a great one. Thanks again. Peace out, everybody. Peace.
See you guys.
Later.